Good morning and welcome back to more Skies of Arcadia. Today, we need to actually do the storyline things here in the Land of Ice. Now, while I was sailing here, I did stop by Sailor Island, and while there, I picked up more Glyphs of Might, and I also picked up some, I picked up a Chone. Just restocked on my items, really. I also stayed at the inn to get my MP back. But now that we are here, we can just head through. We've already got all the discoveries in this area, so nothing really to find here, or at least all the discoveries we can currently get. I also reassign people's magic so that that's being better applied. Because I do want to try and get everyone's magic leveled up if I can. I don't know why these guys are all going so quickly. I would really prefer literally anyone on my team to actually have a turn, please. She's the one I really wanted to have a turn. There we go. Alright, now let's see if I can take out this looper. Not quite? Not quite. Okay. Actually, that does remind me. When we beat the imposters, we did get those new pieces of equipment, so we should probably check those out.
We did it!
Which I'll do as soon as I can get out of this fight. Alright, get some good XP. Yeah, the things here are a little bit stronger, so they're gonna give me better stuff. But let's check out some of the new stuff we have here. So, we have the Tuna Cutlass. Let's check it out. It has really low accuracy, but it's pretty strong. It has 150 attack, but it has 0 boost accuracy at all. 0 hit. And honestly, it's not that much stronger than my current sword. So I'd rather just keep my current sword. But it is cute, because it is literally just a giant frozen tuna. So it's kind of fun to see. But I'm not going to worry about it. And then we have the Swirlmerang from Anita, which will always confuse enemies that are not immune to confusion. So it will always cause confusion on any enemy that it can. It's also not that much weaker than the Yin Wing, and it has ridiculously high hit. I actually really like the Swirlmerang. I'll probably equip that. But while I was sailing here, I did get this throwing blade from, one of the early game enemies. It just dropped it. So that's cool. It's an enemy-only drop item, I'm pretty sure. Obviously, at this point in the game, it's useless to me. I will go ahead and equip the Swirlmerang, though. Even though it's a little bit less damage, that hit percentage is ridiculous, and being able to always inflict confuse, as long as they're not immune to confuse, it's really cool. And let's see, the last thing we had here was the Focus Robe. A robe that allows the wearer to mentally challenge and channel energy, increasing their will. So this is only equipable by the 2 ladies in the crew, and really highly boosts their will. So this would be a significant drop to its defense and magic defense, as well as a drop in hit and dodge, but that will increase is really high, but I don't think it is high enough to be worth that defense and magic defense drop. So while that would mean that she would do a lot more damage with lunar winds, I don't think it's that worth it. But that's pretty much all I wanted to check out. Over here, if we just kind of slide our nose along the ice, we get the Ruins of Ice. Alright, this is a pretty interesting area. It will have 2 chams and a new moonfish we can get here. So we'll have a cham here, and the other cham we're not going to have to worry about for a while. It's pretty much at the bottom of this place. So it'll be kind of one of the last things we get. Alright, so in this room, the first thing that we're going to have in the Ruins of Ice is a little bit of a puzzle. Visitor to Glacia. Answer my query and open your own path. Did that rock just say something? Deep within the purple moonstone lies the power to hold the world still. What is this power? It's the power of ice. Now, answering these correctly will impact your swashbuckler ranking. Answering them incorrectly will give you the wrong answer. Well, it won't help your swashbuckler ranking. I should specify that answering them correctly the first try is what gets you the increase. Answering them correctly after that really doesn't help you at all. But let's keep going here. There's really not much to this place outside of these first couple of questions. Once you get through these questions, then you can get to the rest of the place. But let's see what we have here. The purple crest hides a certain number. What is that number? This one is weird. I've never seen it myself. The answer is 2. I'll actually go rub my nose against one of these crests here real quick. I'm assuming it's this one on the door. Apparently there's a 2 hidden in here. I mean, I don't see it. Like, maybe a 2 in Japanese? I don't know. Like, that's one that I've just never really understood. Or maybe it's the crest on here? Again, I have no idea. The answer is 2. I've never seen the 2. I don't see any numbers in any of those. But the answer is 2. Or maybe they're talking about, like, this crest here, which is the same one we were looking at earlier, so I guess I won't worry about that. But we have one final question here before we really get into the actual dungeon. Alright, last query. Purple moonstones affect the abilities of living things. What are the abilities most valued by the people of Glacia? That would be will and spirit. They're very magical and mystical people. Alright. And let's keep heading down. Now, kind of like what I did with Mount Kaizai, I think for this dungeon, I'll just let future me split it up as he sees fit into episodes. So I'm not going to worry too much about intros and outros while I'm in this dungeon. I'll just kind of let future me figure that out. Just because I think it flows a little better. Also, that way, you know, I can actually split things up by time rather than arbitrarily where I think it should be split up. Fog is so thick I can barely see what's in front of me. It's so cold even the air is freezing. Well, we can't let that stop us. Vice? Vice? Oh, jeez. Careful, guys. Where'd Vice go? My hands are freezing. I'm down here. I just about fell off the world and died. Ah, that was close. If we can see the sky through the floor, then that means we're at the bottom. Oh, the fog is starting to lift. Good. I never imagined we'd find this. Yeah, a hanging city. Hanging from the bottom of the ice.
Wow.
This is Glacia. In the old world, it was the capital of this region. The people that lived here were powerful mages. Using the powers of the Purple Moon, they built this city. Because the city was built below the ice, it was unharmed by the rains of destruction. So Glacia is as it was during the time of the old world. Then what happened to the people that lived here? I do not know. According to the legends, the people just disappeared. Nobody knows where they went or why they left. Maybe they left their city to invade another land. And they perished in the war and in the rains. Man, I can't imagine an entire culture becoming extinct. Think of all the knowledge that was lost. Everything these people worked so hard for is going to stay buried here forever. Yeah? And if they just stayed here, I actually legitimately don't actually know what caused them to leave. What caused this civilization to die. I do like the little touch of him breathing out steam, though. Since it's really cold here. But I legitimately do not know what happened to the people here. I'm sure they'd give you enough lore drops to kind of piece together a story, but yeah, as far as I can tell, if they just had stayed here, they would have been fine. But we can just explore this abandoned city to our heart's content, since no one lives here anymore. Aside from monsters. Monsters live here. Maybe that's why they left the city. Again, yeah, because of the joke weapon, she now has a lollipop with her. Also, I don't know if I ever showed this off. By using the C-stick, you can rotate around your characters. And if you use the left and right buttons, you can rotate around them and look around them and stuff. It really doesn't do anything for you, but you can. Alright, I know I can take these guys out with a single Lambda Burst. It just requires that I can actually get that Lambda Burst off. These guys are going to use Ice Magic. Top tier Ice Magic at that. Again, if I can just use my magic. There we go. Alright, I guess skill, not magic. There we go. Oh, and even her, bag gets replaced with another piece of candy. Again, I love joke weapons in RPGs largely because of the cosmetic effects they usually give. Like the Tales of Symphonia joke weapons are hilarious. I love them. Just running around and slapping people with a pair of fans. Which are actually really good. Weirdly enough, a lot of joke weapons in RPGs also tend to be really strong. Yeah, they're just fun. I like them a lot. Alright, well, we got a new version of the Slothstra. The Dolthstra now. Okay. Well, I can still take out most of these guys with a Lambda Burst. As you might expect, they are, primarily purple element. Red element moves are probably going to be pretty good.
Over there.
Let's just keep smacking this guy. And on my next turn, I can have Enrique and Vice take him out. It's gonna counter. He'll do good damage, but I got him to sleep. Heck yeah. Alright. I'm just gonna have you two not, and have you guys finish him off. Here we go, get some good damage. I think this might finish him. Not quite? Not quite, okay. Well, Vice can finish him, you can confuse him, you can block.
Here goes.
Yeah, this is a guaranteed confuse, as long as he's not immune to confusion. I think he can still... I know the other Slostra could do, I think it's confusion through his attacks. I don't know if this one can still do that as well.
We did it. But
Not too concerned. These guys do give really good experience, though. So I'm pretty happy about that. Oh, I got an Eye of Truth and another Moonberry. Alright, what does the Eye of Truth do? Oh, I'm now Vice the hero, by the way. So that's neat. Alright, where is this Eye of Truth? The Eye of Truth. It boosts defense and magic defense, especially to purple magic, and protects against confusion. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. I don't think I am particularly worried about that, because this prevents all status effects, and the Warrior Heart is just really helpful. So I'm not really that concerned about that, but yeah, that's good. That's cool. It's probably not a bad item to be using, particularly in this area, since, ice. Alright, so now we have some branching pathways we can take here. We can go down and around over here. I'm not sure which way is the correct way and which way just leads to treasure. Looks like this is the one that leads to treasure. Cool. That's what I was hoping for. Cool, we get that first strike. I love that assassin's ring. Alright, land a burst. And see if we can take out these arc loopers. Still keep hoping that Fina will go up a level here and get me some more spirit, so I can just, instead of lambda bursting, use Omega Cyclone, which is just stronger. But frankly, lambda burst is typically strong enough to take out opponents. Omega Cyclone would just kind of be overkill. And anything that lambda burst doesn't kill, Omega Cyclone probably also wouldn't kill, because they're probably resistant to it. Okay, we get an Ice Splitter. I'm gonna bet that is a stronger weapon for Vice. It is not. Okay, in that case, it is probably for Enrique, then. No, alright. Well, that just leaves Aika. Okay, so this would be a significant boost to her attack. But then I lose the hit and also the confusion. I think I'd prefer to keep the hit and confusion. Because most of the time when I have her attacking, it's with her special moves, which goes off of her will, not her attack stat. And just having that really high hit rate is really good for high evasion enemies like loopers. And the 100% chance of confusion is awesome. Alright, let's take out you. We'll go ahead and use an Omega Burst. Or Omega Burst. Lambda Burst. I don't know if this will take out the other guy here. Not quite. Okay, that's why I had Fina attacking. Cool. Alright. You guys can just get some other hits in here. You're gonna get some counterattacks in. See if I can put him to sleep. Maybe. He might still go to sleep. No? Okay. And he's gonna get a crit. Okay, these guys hit hard, but so far they're not that dangerous, it seems. I'm gonna have you focus. You can use a Royal Blade. Because these two alone won't be enough to take him out. But I can inflict that confusion on him. Which I think hitting him might actually get rid of that confusion. But I'm not certain. That'll do some good damage, though. Alright. Yeah, it did get rid of the confusion, but because the confusion was already there, it ate up his turn. So he didn't get to attack again. So I can actually kind of stun lock these guys through confusion strats, which is pretty sweet.
That was fun.
Alright, get Enrique up another level here. And let's keep on going. So now let's go this way. See what there is to see. Yeah, there's not a whole lot in terms of branching pathways around here. It's pretty linear, this dungeon. As you might expect, since it's an actual city, rather than built to be a dungeon, it's built to be an actual city that people are supposed to be able to get around in. But, you know. Alright. I'm gonna Cutlass Fury on you. And confuse you. And then I want you two to try and take out these Arc Loopers. And then, if the Arc Loopers are still there, after this turn, I'll use a Rain of Swords to take care of one of them. Or actually, I suppose I could just have Aika take care of one of them, because she's probably a guaranteed hit. I'll Rain of Swords anyway. Alright, you're just gonna mute me? That's fine. I'm not gonna use attack magic anyway. Actually, he's just not gonna use magic in general. Not in this fight. Alright, I think that'll get rid of his confusion. But that's okay. Would have gotten rid of it with that attack anyway. Okay, we do miss. But that's okay. So we'll Rain of Swords, we'll continue the Confusion Stunlock strats, we'll focus, and we will attack. See if we can put him to sleep. He's gonna get a counter. I am starting to take a little bit of damage, but I can recover that pretty easily. There we go. Take out those loopers. Focus up. Again, would love it if she was giving me 3 instead of 2, but, you know, we'll take what we can get. Awesome, we got him asleep. You know, since he is asleep, what I'm actually going to do here, this is a little cheesy, but let's just get everyone healed up. Yeah, there we go. Get that full restore. It doesn't restore MP, but it restores everything else. And everyone else can just focus, so I have plenty of spirit to work with. Since this guy's just going to be asleep anyway. Cool. Let's just Pirate Wrath him. That'll do it. There we go. If he survived that, I would have been extremely surprised.
We did it!
Yeah, status ailments are really strong in this game. They're just usually... Hey, there's that spirit! Sweet. Alright, that's awesome. Cool. I'm really happy about that. Looks like we got another treasure over here. I now have 12 spirit per turn. Alright, so we're gonna have the big guy. Well, let's Lambda Burst, and we'll just attack and attack. I don't know if Lunar Winds would be enough to take out the small fry. I know Lambda Burst will, though. If Lunar... I should probably test that, though, because if Lunar Winds can take them out, then I can continue using Stunlock strats on these big guys. Or Confusion Stun, whatever. Enrique still might put him to sleep, though. No? Okay. Well, fair enough. Okay, he does do statuses. I was wondering if he did. Didn't seem to be. Well, we'll do that. Attack him. Lunar Cleansing, I believe, has priority. So that'll get rid of the confusion on Enrique. Then I can do some damage. And we can confuse him. Now, he'll actually get a turn with the confusion. I'm not getting rid of it on the same turn, so he might still get an attack off on me. Or he might hit himself. Okay, he is still going to get the attack off. And he's going to confuse Vice. But Vice is just going to get rid of it. Okay? Sure. He's going to get rid of his own confusion too. Sure. Whatever. Cutlass Fury, attack, focus, and Royal Blade. I don't think I even need Aika's attack in here. I definitely don't. But we'll do it anyway. Worst thing that can happen is he'll counter. Of course he's going to counter. Whatever. Of course Enrique's going to go last just to eat up a little bit more time in this battle, but again, whatever. It's an RPG, the battles are part of the experience. Which is the main reason why I don't often cut them out. I do cut them out if I'm a little pressed for time and I'm really trying to get through something, but realistically the the battles are part of the experience of an RPG, which is why I try not to cut them out most of the time. But speaking of battles, we do have one sentient thing here. We have a Zivelin Bane. Or I suppose I should say one human here. We have another Zivelin Bane.